City leaders are considering millions of dollars in incentives for developers to overhaul Perkins Homes, a dated public housing project. Harbor Point developer redevelopment was selected in August by the Housing Authority of Baltimore City to lead a team in redeveloping the 17-acre Perkins Homes site into a mixed-income residential complex. To support the project, the city and housing agency intend to apply for a $30 million federal grant. As a condition of the federal funding, the city would be required to contribute at least 3 times the grant amount. The sprawling and aged Perkins Homes public housing complex will be redeveloped under a preliminary agreement with a team led by the company behind Harbor Point, giving the developer control of much of the land in southeast Baltimore between Old Town Mall and its $1 billion waterfront project. The sprawling and aged Perkins Homes public housing complex will be redeveloped under a preliminary agreement with a team led by the company behind Harbor Point, giving the developer control of much of the land in southeast Baltimore between Old Town Mall and its $1 billion waterfront project. To meet its obligation of $90 million or more, the Housing Authority is considering seeking tax increment financing for the redevelopment. The controversial method involves the city issuing bonds to pay for project-related infrastructure and paying them off with new revenue generated by property taxes on the development. Beatty's Harbor Point project, a 27-acre waterfront development between Harbor East and Fells Point, is the beneficiary of a $125 million TIF. Such a TIF is among at least 6 financing options the Housing Authority is weighing. Others include tax credits, a federal loan and a state grant designated for redevelopment in Baltimore's blighted neighborhoods. The plan itself is being devised, then the financing is secondary, and how you meet that financing need, said Baltimore Housing Commissioner Michael Braverman. There are many options. Beatty declined to comment Monday. The TIF approach is often controversial because it gives developers upfront cash to support development work. Once completed, the new building's property taxes go toward paying off the city's project-related debt, instead of to the general fund to pay for things such as schools. Last year, after a political battle, the city approved its largest TIF ever, $660 million for Sagamore Development's Port Covington. During a panel discussion at an event hosted by the National Urban League in Washington, D.C., this month, Mayor Catherine Pugh said her administration would explore how to better use TIFs for smaller neighborhood revitalization projects. Heretofore, most of those projects have been focused in on the downtown area, and so the question becomes, can we do that in neighborhoods and communities? And the answer is yes, she said. And that's what we're focused on doing. How do we do that in neighborhoods and communities around Baltimore that have been neglected for decades? Pugh did not respond to a request for comment about whether she would support a TIF for Perkins Homes.